Hello people, welcome to this video. Let's see quickly and shortly all you need to learn to start basic editing with Adobe Photoshop CC Release 2017. Please leave us comments below to improve our future guides. Photoshop CC is an amazing and outstanding software used to adjust, edit, and manipulate pictures and photos as you like. In this video, we will see everything you need to start with it for the first time as a beginner. When you open the software, a startup interface opens to quickly start with a new or an existing Photoshop project by using the New and the Open buttons. Let's start with a new and fresh one. A dialog box opens in order to choose the size and format for the new Photoshop document. On top, choose between several ready templates, from photo to film and video. On the right, under Preset Details, you can rename your document and eventually customize width, height, orientation, resolution, and the number of bits to dedicate to colors. More below, under Background Contents, choose the background color to start with by clicking on the square on the right. Then just go to Create. The Photoshop document just created delimits your working area where you will actually draw and edit your pictures and shapes. Its size can be edited anytime by using the Crop tool inside the Tools bar on the left. When you enable it, a cropping area is shown, fixing the new size and content for your document. Click and drag the black nodes on the edges to edit it as you like. On top, on the Options bar, click on the Cancel button to undo all, or the check mark to apply the tool. All that falls outside the cropping area will be deleted. Basically, there are two main ways to work with Photoshop. It is able to adjust and manipulate photos professionally, but also to create vector images and shapes from scratch. Let's start with the basic tools to edit and adjust your favorite pictures and photos. To open a picture, just go to File, Open, and then Browse for it. This will be directly opened on a new document or tab, as you can see right above. This is quite good because the new document will automatically match the size of your picture. But if you want to work with your own document created, you can drag and drop your picture on it directly from your folder. This is added as a new object called Layer, as you can see from the Layers panel on the right. If you don't find a panel on your workspace for some reason, you can reopen them by going to the Window tab and clicking on the interested panel that is missing. The Layers panel shows the overall content inside your actual document, including backgrounds, pictures, drawings, and even adjustments. Always you get one and unique layer for each single independent object. By default, each new Photoshop document starts with a single layer called Background, in italics, which is locked by default. Just double-click on it and apply to make it modifiable. Also, you can check your document carefully by zooming in and out with your mouse wheel while holding Alt down, and pan by holding the spacebar key from your keyboard. Let's start with the basic editing, such as how to cut, copy, and paste an object. Let's suppose to have multiple layers on your document. Before applying any change, you must select an object first, and then the interested area you want to modify. To do so, firstly select the object by selecting its layer on the right, and then use the selection tools to select the area to edit. For example, you can enable the rectangular marquee tool from the toolbar and click and drag to select a rectangular area on your object. This can either include the whole object or just a small specific part of it. When object and selection area are made, you can use Ctrl and X, Ctrl and C, and Ctrl and V to cut, copy, or paste. In case you see any checkered area, Remember that this means full transparency, so no pixels. Whereas if you're not able to cut the object, just right-click on its layer and go to Rasterize Layer. After that, you will be able to cut its pixels. When you paste the selected area, you will add a new independent object inside your document, so a new layer on the layers list. Always check the layer selected on the right. When you cut, paste, or use any tool, you will always act on that object only, whatever is the selection area defined. If you make any mistake, use Ctrl and Z to undo your latest action. But if you need to undo more than a single action, open the History window from the Window tab and go backwards as you like. You can also cut, copy, and paste from the Edit tab on top. Here, you also have the Copy Merged option, which is quite useful. This allows you to copy everything within a selection area without looking at the layers you have selected. This means that you always copy all that is visible within it. The selection area is so important inside Photoshop that it has several tools to make it. The marquee tools just seen are the simplest ones, creating either a rectangular or an elliptical selection by clicking and dragging on your document. Both tools are collected inside a unique button, as you can see by right-clicking on it. This shows the whole list of tools inside. The third button from the top collects the lasso tools used to create freehand selections. For example, the lasso tool is completely freehand by clicking and holding on as you draw the shape. The polygonal lasso tool creates customized polygonal shapes by clicking on your document and so fixing each vertex point one after one. The magnetic lasso tool works by fixing points as well, with the difference that each curve adapts to the color shapes and gradient seen on the picture. Both marquee and lasso selections can be moved by clicking and dragging from their inner area. Also, you have the automated selections, all collected inside the fourth button from the top. These make selections in no time. For example, the Quick Selection tool selects the parts of the object where you brush on. On top, on the Options bar, you can regulate the radius size for your brush in order to make it bigger or quicker, or smaller for more precise brushes. Remember to undo with Ctrl and Z or the History window if you make mistakes. You can also use the Magic Wand tool. This selects in one shot all that has a very similar color from one point. In case you need to remove all selections, just enable the lasso tool and click anywhere. Let's see quickly how to manage your layers. Double-click on a layer to rename it as you like. Click on the eye icon to hide or show the object related to such layer. A hidden object can't be either seen or modified at all. You can also lock a layer by using the lock buttons on top. These lock or block the possible modifications on a particular layer property, such as its transparent pixels, visible pixels, position, or anything. Very important is the layer's order from top to bottom. This actually fixes the order of visibility of everything inside your document. In short, the layer that is placed on a higher position in the Layers panel corresponds to a picture that is shown above the other in your document. You can relate this order by clicking and dragging a layer up or down in position. To delete a layer instead, you can right-click on it and go to Delete Layer, or use the small Bin button at the very bottom. Once your pictures are imported, you can adjust, correct, and edit it by using all the tools inside the toolbar. Or else, if you prefer, you can open the Adjustments panel on the right to apply any professional photo correction such as color saturation, lightness, contrast, and so on. We won't see these in this very basic beginner tutorial. Photoshop is also able to create vector objects such as geometrical shapes and titles. At the bottom of the toolbar, you have the Shape tools, which are used to quickly create rectangles, ellipses, polygons, and lines by clicking and dragging on your workspace. At this point, the Properties window shows up, showing all the properties for the related objects such as width and height, horizontal and vertical position with X and Y, the first color for the inner filling, and the second one for the stroke. You can choose to apply either a solid color or any gradient or pattern. Remember that a white color with a red diagonal line means full transparency. You can also set the stroke thickness, the line style to use, and even the shape of the vertices. You can find all these settings also on the options bar on top. All these geometrical shapes created from scratch are collected inside the Layers panel as vector layers with a dedicated icon. You can also create pieces of text by using the Type tools. You first have to click and drag on your document to create a text area, that is, a box that delimits the text distribution. Then just type inside, regulating the font style, size, kind, and color from the options bar above. Apply or undo by using the Commit or the Cancel buttons. Text is represented in the Layer panel as another kind of vector called Type Layer, indicated with a big T icon. To edit this title, you have to enable any Type tool and click within the text box. Let's see how to manage all the objects inside your document. Any objects such as pictures, geometrical shapes, or titles can be transformed in order to change their position, size, and inclination. To move an object, just hold Ctrl down and click and drag it. Of course, you will move the selected object or layer from the Layers panel. To make advanced transformations on the selected layer, just go to Edit and then to Transform. Here you can choose to scale, rotate, and skew the object by using the nodes that appear on it. If you have any selected area, you will edit just that part. While using the Transform feature, you can use the Options bar to type precisely the values for each of the most important object properties, such as position, size, inclination, and skew. In particular, take a look at the Link button. If enabled, you will be able to size and scale the object without changing its aspect ratio. To apply all the transformations, just click on Commit on top. Let's now save and export the document. To do so, just go to File and then to Save As. Here you can choose several kinds of file formats depending on what and how you want to export your document. For example, to save your Photoshop document in full, including all the single layers and their options and properties, you have to save all as a PSD Photoshop file in order to edit it later if you need. If you want to render all the content as a great picture, choose a JPG format and regulate its final quality. The higher it is, the higher the file size. This file format also renders all the transparent pixels as a white flat background. To save transparency as well, choose to render as a PNG file format. This is all to start straight with Adobe Photoshop CC. If you want to discover more free and amazing video guides for Creative Cloud, check out our channel.